What's up, everyone? John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo here with an unboxing for you of the Motorola Atrix 2. This is a follow-up to the original Atrix, which was the first dual-core phone offered on AT&T's network. Let's go ahead and see if this guy is going to be worth the $100 asking price. I had a chance to take a look at the Atrix 2 at CTIA and came away relatively impressed in just my few minutes of playing with it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the box. There is the Atrix 2, Smart Meets Life, John Meets Phone. So there is the device on the front, got all kinds of information on there, and some specs on the back, and of course we'll run through all these in just a minute. But 4G, that's the HSPA Plus variety, capable of 21 megabits per second down, or at least max 21 megabits per second down. It's got a really nice 4.3-inch high-resolution display. Talk about that in a little bit. It grew 0.3 inches over the original Atrix. Dual-core processor, 8-megapixel camera with 1080p video, and of course powered by Android. But enough of me jibber-jabbering. Let's go ahead and open it up. Quick start guide. Awesome. Here is the phone. Texting and driving, it can wait. That is pretty good advice. Push it off to the side. It's missing a battery. See what else we're going to get in the box. And of course, it's capable with the dock accessories as well. We've got a pretty giant Motorola battery. Let's see the size of this guy. It is of size 1735 milliamp hours. This is a pretty powerful battery. Should give you enough juice to easily get through a full day. We've got the charging cable, so that's micro USB to USB, the wall adapter, and of course the back cover, because well, you need a back cover. So push all this off to the side and let's build this phone. And I'll talk about the specs a little bit more as we go through. So rip out the plastic here. And the back does appear to be plastic, similar to the original Atrix, which I'll bring in, make a cameo to its big brother in just a minute. To remove battery door, start some instructions. Battery, meet phone. We're not going to pop a SIM card in there now. Actually, you know what? I will pop a SIM card in there now. I just lied to you. I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera because the phone number's on it. All right, so SIM card is in the phone. Put in the battery. Get the door back on. Boom. We'll peel this off because I know you guys hate that. I will power it on, and we can talk about the specs. Hopefully it's got enough juice. All right. There we go. All right, so letting you know that it is dual core. All right, so this guy is available now for a pretty reasonable $100 on contract. If you want to get it off contract, it's going to cost you $450. Android 2.3 Gingerbread. It's being powered by a TI OMAP 1 gigahertz dual core processor. So that's 1 gigahertz on each core. It's got 1 gig of RAM, 4.3-inch QHD display. If you can get that reflection there. Is a really high resolution, a 540 by 960 display. On the back, we've got an 8-megapixel camera with LED flash, capable of shooting full 1080p video. But that's not the only camera on this guy. It's got a front-facing VGA job as well, so you can take pictures of yourself or video chat or other dirty things you guys might want to do with it. As I mentioned, HSPA Plus compatible, so that's 21 megabits per second. That's 1785 milliamp hour battery. You got web top support for the HD docking station or the laptop dock and all kinds of other goodness. So let's run through the device. Go ahead and turn it back on there. There's the Android guy. Welcome to MB865. Thank you. All right, so on the left-hand side, there is HDMI out and the charging port. Nothing else lives there. On the right-hand side, you've got a hard button for the camera, and that's a physical button, not actually hard. Although it is hard, it's plastic. A volume rocker up and down, 3.5 millimeter headset jack, and gone is that awfully annoying biometric scanner of the original Matrix 4G. We now have a physical lock and power button. The back is sort of a soft touch, almost rubbery feel to it, but it is plastic as we saw earlier. Speaker grill down at the bottom, and of course the camera, and then the Motorola branding, AT&T branding on the bottom. So we mentioned the original Atrix. Let me go ahead and bring that guy in for some comparison purposes. Here's its smaller, younger brother, and some big differences here. So the original Atrix was a pretty powerful phone when it first launched, but one of my big gripes with it was this thing. That is a biometric fingerprint scanner to unlock the phone. It's also a button. I have pretty big thumbs, so I try and push it. I couldn't get it to push. I'd actually stick my finger in to get it to work. So I'm quite happy that Motorola got rid of that guy. You can see the screen size, 4-inch versus 4.3. Go ahead and unlock this one more time. There we go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get into the phone, and I'll walk you through it very quickly. All right, so here is that QHD display we just talked about with its 540 by 960 resolution. Let's take a look at some of the apps that we're going to have. We've got the not called Moto Blur Motorola skin on this guy. So we've got some typical Motorola additions here. Some icons are changed. You scroll horizontally to get through applications. You get a little bit of a 3D effect, though, as you go through it. It's not a 3D screen. You get a 3D effect. I always want to clarify that. Let's take a look at some of the widgets that we're going to have in here. Let's go to a blank screen, or close to blank screen. There we go. We'll hold that down, jump into widgets, and you can see what the choices are here. Motorola hasn't said much about the upgrade of this guy to Ice Cream Sandwich. The only time they've mentioned Ice Cream Sandwich is that the just announced Droid Razr will be getting it. But this is a top tier phone, so presumably at some point, Ice Cream Sandwich will be coming to this phone as well, although for now, it is running Gingerbread. But don't take my word for it. Let's go ahead and check that out. Let's jump into Settings. You can find About Phone living down at the bottom. We can see what version of Android we're running here, 2.3.5 with an unknown baseband version. Not going to be so good to the hackers out there. I'm not sure if the baseband is unlocked on this phone. So let's take a quick look at the web browser. Let's run a quick test. See if I can find the web browser on here. It's always kind of tough. I always set a shortcut to that on my home screen. Browser. There we go. It's AT&T browser. Probably not what we're looking for, but we'll go ahead and launch that guy. Let's try Techno Buffalo. I'm going to try speaking to it, Techno Buffalo. Technobuffalo.com. Technobuffalo.com. Perfect. We'll go ahead and launch that. And you can see what the screen looks like on our webpage. See what scrolling is? Pretty smooth. And you expect that to be as smooth with a Gig of RAM and a dual-core processor. Pinch to zoom is pretty quick. We don't have any flash on the mobile version here, but things just load very fast. So I'll cover a lot more about the Atrix 2 in the full review. It looks to be a really well-spec'd option for that $100 price point. So if you're looking for a smartphone or an Android phone and you're a little bit budget conscious but still want top tier specs, it looks like the Atrix 2 is probably going to be a pretty awesome choice for you. And they also have the laptop dock accessory and the HD dock as well, sort of augment what the device can do. So I'm John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo with an unboxing of the Atrix 2. Be sure to check out Techno Buffalo for all your tech news. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.